Welcome everyone. Just sort of night that green bit of screen, which is a bit odd. But yeah, welcome to Teeks Tip Time. Your learning starts here. We have a weekly live Q&A every week, and you can ask me questions direct, or feel free to join the free community, or just leave a comment if you're watching this back afterwards. Hey Secretara, hey Vela. It's a bit of an unusual one today because we've only got one question, but that one question has so many moving parts, it's unbelievable. So let's do this. As usual, we open up to any Q&A you got, but we'll start with the question, which is from Bella. And she says, you need to go into detail on the little tool that comes up on the left. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what she's on about, I did have it somewhere, I can't remember where, just here. Yeah, this is the command controller, and it's an iPad only thing, but you still use it without realizing on PC. So let me to activate it. So you go to this burger menu up here, and then you just toggle it on or off. And as you can see, it's down the left, just here, as I move around. So what is the command controller? Let's have a look at that. So this is basically keyboard shortcuts for iPad. So for those, hey Renee, for those of you that don't have a keyboard with your iPad, this is sort of like a little tool that you can use to give you those commands. So it starts off with Control, Shift, Command, and Alt. And like I say, you can activate it in the menu up here by toggling on off, just like so. And there's a couple of ways that you can use it. So you're meant to use it with your left hand whilst you're drawing on screen up here. You can then use your left hand to activate one of these I can't think what they call it, but one of these modes. Let's just call it that for now. But another way of using it is to lock on. So what you can do is to tap the controller and then tap whichever one you want to log on. So let's see that one, and you see it's lit up blue. That means it's activated and on right now. So just like you're holding down Shift on the keyboard, that's technically what you're doing now, but on iPad. Now, tapping it like that is not the only way. You can, when you're moving this, bring it up past the icon, and it will light up, like so, and that'll keep it locked on as well. You can not only put one on, you can use multiple ones at the same time, which we'll look at later. I'm just going to tap these all off for now. So all of these screens that I've made here, and I make them all available on the forum, so we can get it later. And let's have a look at some of these buttons in action. In fact, let's just go back to the controller itself for a minute. So there's, you don't have to have it on the left like it is right now. What if you're right-handed and you want it over here? You can do that by holding it down until it pulses. You can see it pulsing, and with it pulsing, you can literally move it anywhere. So if you wanted it over here, then you could do that. Just gonna move it back because I'm right-handed. It just makes more sense having it over there. But hopefully you're following along so far. So let's see what each one does, or some of it does. There is so many functions that it can do. I'm not going to go into all of them, but as you can see, there's quite a list of ones that I do want to show you. And the first one is duplicate. So we've got this little character of a dragon, and we want to duplicate it. So at the moment, we'd have to go up to this menu, press duplicate, and then move the object. So with the command controller, what we do is we can just hold it to one side or lock it on. Either way, I'm going to lock it on. And now wherever you move that character, it does react with the pen as well. I'll just show you that. But I can't really. But this is the pen touching it, and this is my finger touching it. As you can tell, my finger's dead slower. But yeah, here's the pen touching it. So both work, no problem. So what I was going to say was duplicate. So let's look on the command, which is this one here. Light up blue, like say. And if I move this character now, it will duplicate it just like this. There you go. So just like you've pressed duplicate, it does that. I'm just going to turn that off, because if you leave it on, it will be like power duplicate. So if I move that character again, it will duplicate again. So I'm just going to turn that off and show you the next part, which is inside this folder. And we're going to recreate this rectangle grid, square grid, whatever it is. Let's start with one rectangle over here, just there. Now we're going to go back on the command controller and look on command again, like that. And then we're going to move it. Oh, if I can grab it. Get back. Nope, I still didn't grab it. So I just can't grab it. It's me, not the program. Let me try with my finger. Yeah, there we go. So yeah. Just like that. And like I said, it is kind of like power duplicate. So if you've got it locked on like I've, and you've stopped moving that rectangle and then move it again, it will duplicate again. Just like this. And we'll use that to our advantage. So we'll untick that for now, and then put our finger back on and duplicate again. So we got all four. Now we're not gonna undo that command key. We're just gonna go into our layers and just select more layers. So these ones. And now it's gonna duplicate all four. So we can just go down like that. And then, oh, I didn't do that one. That's weird. Did I not take that one? 2 seconds. Yeah, I didn't take that one. Right, now it's going to duplicate all four. Just like that. And then we could do the same again, but I want to do all 8 at once. So I'm just going to go back in here and select the rest. And then move them all at once with that command selected. Just like that. And there we go. We've got our grid. Oh, no, I didn't select one again. That's me, not the program. So now that it's there, just showing you that you drag it down, and there we go. There's our rectangle grid. So it's just like the other side, maybe a little bit different because my finger ain't that great. But there we go. So that is the two different types of duplicate. So you could just use it once and turn it off, or use it again and again and again, and it just keeps going. So I'm just going to turn it off. I'll leave those there and go on to the next one. So that was duplicate. This is rotation snapping. So this is shift, and what it's going to do, it's going to set the rotation to 15 degrees. So at the moment you can just turn it. I'll just put on the enable transfer, so it's in the middle, and now when I turn it, it'll just turn anywhere you like, just like this. But if I put that shift on, I'll just leave it, snap it on like that. If I go like this now, you can see it snapping to each point separately. Just like that. Just going to turn that one off. So there we go, that's that one. Rotation snapping. Nice. Most of them have multiple functions. I'm just showing you a select few. So this is the same button. Yeah, shift. But it's got a different function. And this one, sorry, my voice. This one works with the layers panel. So I'm going to select a segmenter here, just so that one's selected, and turn off the enable transfer again. So we don't need it now. That was just to get that turny one to stay dead center instead of taking both objects into consideration and turning odd. So anyway, selecting segmenter here, and we're gonna put on the shift. Now, oh, I didn't lock. Now it's locked. And then, you know, there's a function where you double tap, or you tap with 2 fingers or whatever it is, and it selects sort of multiple ones, but it's never sort of guaranteed that it's gonna work. It's hit and miss. But with that shift key on, I can just select Bay here, and it will select all those characters at once, just like that. And that's dead handy. But again, PC, just hold down shift and select that first layer, hold down shift, and select the bottom layer, and it'll do that for you. Just like that. Dead handy. Which I should use more often. I can't believe when I find that one out. It's like, how handy is that, especially for me? So, going into layers again now. So it works with objects and it works with the layers. So it does multiple things. Now this is solo, which we could do in the menus. One of these does it, I can't remember which one. Or is it up here? Then can't find it. I wish we had a cheat sheet. Kind of, you're gonna have a cheat sheet because all of these sheets right now that I'm showing you, they're all gonna be on the club later. So hopefully that will help, or at least for these things. I know there's tons more, but these are sort of like the most important to me anyway. So solo. I'm just gonna bring up everything again, and we're gonna pick on Bella this time. Okay, so we're gonna go down this time to Alt, lock it on. if you would look on. Come on, dummy. There we go. So now Vela is selected. Another benefit of joining the club, absolutely free of charge. And I'll put it in the like class I forgot what they call it. It's like the class material. That's what I think they call it. So it's all the stuff we've used today will all be right there for you. So what I was saying, with Vela selected and then Option Alt, you can press Vela again and that will isolate her or solo her. So you just work on that, no distractions. You can, if you leave it connected or ticked on like that, you can just tap her again and it will come out as solo. So like that. I'll just untick it, pick on someone else. Here else we go. Angus. And just put that back on. Double tick Angus now, and it'll just separate just Angus. So you can just work on him, no distractions. So that's quite a cool one. So what else we got? Oh, straight lines. This is a good one. So when you're drawing with the pencil tool, as you'll see, you don't get very straight lines. So you get this kind of thing, and it's not exactly straight. Level the Teek rug. Yeah, I had to get that in there. As you can see, the little logo on my hat on this character, that's Diego. So there will be more going on the Teek Croc shop with all Diego designs as and when I get the time. So that line is not very straight. We can make it as straight as that other line by going into control now. So just lock that one on and then do that same line. Now you're not lifting the pen off the screen. You can actually make this line anywhere you like and you'll see it's perfectly straight. Just like that. Which is another dead handy one. Especially if you're like, I don't know, say you had to shade in using, I forget what they call it, but it's like the retro, is it? Oh, it's that shading technique, I forgot what they call it. No, it's completely evaded me. But yeah, when you see the old like comic book style and it's got these lines as shading, this is dead handy for that. You can just do multiple lines and they'll be dead straight, just like that. So that's that one. And just go back to take all them off, and now we're going to go to scale and aspect. Now this, as you'll see, is actually locking on 2. So I'm gonna quickly go into that shift and oh no, I meant to tap 7 to reverse, then put that shift on, and now you select A, it will select all those characters. And now I'm gonna go into move tool, just here, and in A you will transform separately. So this arrow here, oh sorry, transform separately down here. So that one there, just have that one on. So now you won't be moving them like a group, you'll be just moving each one separately. So like real cool, that tool. So we'll just select our shift on again and our command on. just like that. So we got those two lit up and on. Line name width is more accurately described. I don't know what you mean. Does the iPad version also have the line width tool? Yes, it does. I'll show you that in a sec. Just showing you this one, 2 seconds. So those characters will now scale on aspect and all separately. That's like well cool. So just like this. Can be really useful if you want to keep everything the same size. So that's a cool one. So, and I'll quickly go to the last one. Just here. And I'll turn this one off. Because it's the same, but it's also an extra step. So this is also with control added. Just like this. If I can look it on. So now all three are added. So you can do. Oh no, I'm not on them. 2 seconds, let me unlock that. And let's go into that one and do the same. So set one terror. Go to shift. Click on the last one. So we got them all. We got enable transform separate. Yeah. And now I'll just add these two. So not only have we got scale, we've also got rotation for all of them. Just like so. Which can be handy itself. Just like that. So yeah, that was lots of different functions that you can do with that tool, but there is loads more. As I said, that is the ones that I would use or intend to use from now on, because I'm a bugger for not using it as well. So let's address your question, Renee, which is line width. So let's draw a line like this, and let's go to the line width, which is this tool here. Now what this does, everywhere where was a node, it gives you these little, can't zoom in anymore, but it gives you little handles which you can shrink or enlarge how you want. It's like that. And like I said, you can add nodes as well. So say I wanted that bit shorter, but this bit here we wanted bigger, and this bit here we wanted shorter, and this bit here we wanted a bit bigger, etc. So yeah, and that is the line width tool. Very cool, very handy, because before you had to go into the stroke panel and mess with all these pressure settings, just like say, doing the same job, but you never know quite what you're doing. You know what I mean? It was a guesstimate of where it's going to affect the line, whereas now you can directly affect the part of the line that you want. And like I say, you can add more parts as and when you need them, and it adds pressure to that graph, just like that. So hopefully that answers your question, Renee. Thanks. Good. Was there any other questions? I know it's a lot to take in tonight. Just gonna open it back up to Q&As. Turn that command controller back off. Go into this menu, and then go into toggle off and on. So yeah, now I'll just leave it to Q&As if anyone has anything else that they want me to try and explain, etc. If you convert to curves, will that give you nodes? Oh, on that stroke that Renee, like that one. If you convert to curves with that one, it will do, because that was using their particular brush, which is the only one that is actual vector. So if we go to, I know it's not convert to curves, it's the expand stroke. That's the one I was looking for. Should be. He says that and then it's not there. So expand stroke. Why is that not doing? That's pretty strange. So yeah, I should have done that. Let me try and do that line again. As you can see, it kept that pressure just as is. Let's go to line width, change a bit more. So you want that bit wide, and the end bit wide. Now it should. You should be able to go into the menu and expand stroke. And it's not doing. Oh, now it has. Yeah, I reckon it got confused where I tried converting to curves. But yeah, expand stroke gives you access to all the nodes, so you can play with them how you want them, etc. Make it into a little lizard creature or something. Another function that is really awesome is you say like that was the tail, and you'd have to move all these nodes individually. If you wanted to move it up a little bit, you can do something toward the transform mode. So you select all the nodes that you want to move, just reselect those, and then go to transform mode. And what that does, it gives you sort of like the move tools for what they call it, but it's like it makes it all move at once. So you could just lift it up like this. So if I just move that up a little bit, you can tell that the tail, I turn that off, you can tell the tail has gone up there. It's very useful. Yeah, I hate these things. Absolutely. When there's so many as well. Let me show you that line thing again. So this is a normal line. Just reset that for sure. So yeah, this is a normal line. And look how many nodes are on that line. But when you use, oh, I turned it off. Talk that command control back on. If I use the, I think it's command, and when I do that one now, you will see that the nodes are literally just one end to the other. So it gives you less nodes as well, which is very cool. So when you do move them, it's a lot less than say this one, which can get really confusing. You just end up with the two. So it's nice and clean. Just like that. There used to be so many more now. Oh yeah, they've improved over time, but as you can see, it's still a bit of a mess. They've never truly fixed it. Just to do that, turn that one back off, and get back to Q&A. Yeah, they really did. Just reading new comments. Yeah, you could have simplified. That is a good point. Say this one. You turn that one off. Yeah, say this one, and we wanted it to be more simple than that. You could actually just take out all these middle ones, just like that, and now you can see it getting more and more simple as we delete nodes. So yeah, very cool. You can see it become more of a line again. So yeah, there we go. Oh, I better turn that command controller off. It just gets in the way. Or at least that's what it does to me sometimes. I know I should use it, especially for selecting all those layers at once. That was dead handy when I seen that. So, any more questions? I know it was a lot to take in tonight. It really was. And like I say, all those sheets will be on the club. So, all these ones, let's say what they do, etc. They'll all be on the club tonight. So hopefully that helps you out. It's good to have that sort of like to fall back on, because it was a lot. You teach a lot in 30 minutes. It's good and it's bad. If you want me to slow it down, I'll try and do that. Maybe someday I'll have like, well, like I say, just remember those keys, because it's exactly the same keys on the keyboard version. So control is that one, shift that one, command, and the option alt, whatever you're on, Mac or Windows. It is the same basically. So if you held down the shift key, you could do all these functions we just showed you. It's really good because I need to go back. Absolutely. It helped me. That's why I did it as well. Helped me remember what I was trying to show you. Because you know what I'm like. You had to get a new laptop. I wish I could. Not really do. This stream would be so much better, like quality wise and stuff. As you've seen, it's not great. Second Terra is semi-interesting. No idea actually. I just remember it from Trent's stream and thinking it was an awesome name. It's fantastic. Absolutely. I do love that name. Hey Renee, did you see the monkey that I redid for you? I had to redo your Fozzie into, I think it was a mandrill that I chose in the end. It's on the club if you want to go see it. If you want something else, just tell me and I'll change it. But that was what I could come up with. You said monkey, but we already have a monkey, so I thought another kind of like that type ape, gorilla, that thing. So I was like mandrill because they're already pretty colors. We'll check the monkey later. Good. So yeah, hopefully you like that. It's very cute, very colourful. But yeah, if that's love the new letters. And oh yeah, I had to do that. It was looking a bit old, so I read it. I've been distracted lately with Minnie. I've been sick. Oh, yeah. I hope she gets better soon. Oh, someone terror. Oh, yes, one question. Okay. far away. Yeah, I hope she gets much better too, Bella. Absolutely. Yeah, sorry to hear that she's been so sick lately. So, one question segment, okay. I know it takes a while to, like, the chat catch up, but I'm all here for it. Just waiting for it to catch up. And I'll try and answer it best I can. Is it possible to announce the stream earlier? Oh, one day earlier on YouTube. Yeah, I can't see why not. I've always done it on that same day for no reason. So yeah, I'll try and do that. Absolutely. I should probably be doing that anyway. That is a good point. Just read it. Yeah, she gained an infection. Not good. Don't want to hear that. Great idea. Yeah, it was. It seems so obvious now. I should have been doing it all the time. So yeah, Wednesday, I'll do the thumbnail. I'm announced by YouTube, but not Discord or Today. The Discord I can't do much about. That's not actually me that does that. That is a bot that sort of like tells you like an hour before or something. But the YouTube setting up the thumbnail, etc. Yeah, I can totally do that. I'll have a look on that bot on Discord, see if it can announce differently. But I can't remember exactly how. I know it just does it automatically because when I'm not streaming, it still does it. So annoying. So I hope that was interesting for everyone. And if there's no more questions, then I will see like on the next time. Hopefully we get lots of questions, etc. That green bit on the screen, that's really annoying. I find if I just zoom it in and that goes away. So yeah, sorry if that makes you feel sick looking at that, but that is just because something goes wrong with Affinity translating it to my stream. Not sure what's going on there. That is the way that I find. I want to cure quite a few things actually. Zoom in, zoom out. Seems to cure things. Affinity's got his little funny like bugs and things, as you know. Maybe tell it. Yeah, I'll see what the options are. Yeah, thanks very much for coming, and I will see you in the next one.